Witnessing her mother being bullied by heartless thugs, the girl desperately smashed open the frame of an old photo showing her father and his brothers in arms. She did it because she remembered her father's promise. Hidden on the back of that photo was a secret phone number. He told her that dialing it would make her every wish come true. At that very moment, 3 powerful men were gathering inside a desolate, abandoned auto repair shop. They had a pact to reunite there every 3 years, but their old friend, her father, hadn't shown up in a long time. Suddenly, a call from an unknown number came through, with a voice on the other end asking to borrow money. Assuming it was just another heartless scammer, the men immediately hung up. The little girl was crushed, unable to understand why the kind uncles her father spoke of would just cut her off. Just 2 weeks earlier, her father had been admitted to the hospital, battling terminal cancer. Watching her mother drown in despair over the mounting medical bills, the girl pulled out her tiny wallet to offer what she had. Spotting dozens of yuan inside, her mother's first instinct was to scold her, demanding to know if she had stolen the money. Through tears, the girl explained that she had earned every cent by collecting and selling discarded bottles in the hospital hallways. Overwhelmed by her daughter's sacrifice, the mother broke down and pulled her into a tight embrace. Right then, the market administrator called. The moment the mother stepped outside to answer it, the father finally opened his eyes. Glancing at the hospital bill, he realized he could no longer bear to be a burden on his family. He whispered to the girl that back at their vegetable stall, there was a photo of him and his old comrades with a number written on the back. He told her it was the number of a very kind uncle. He promised she could call him whenever she was truly in need. He gently touched her cheek and softly said he wanted an apple. The girl rushed out to buy one immediately, but the moment she was gone, he deliberately bit through his IV needle. As she left, the girl passed her mother, who was still trapped in a tense phone conversation at the door. The market manager was threatening her, demanding the management fees immediately or she'd be banned from the market forever. She pleaded for mercy again and again, but her cries were in vain. By the time she hung up and returned to the room with her daughter, she found her husband had already passed away. The girl kept insisting they buy an apple for her dad, but her mother could only sob as she held her daughter close. At the funeral the following day, the administrator showed up to harass the grieving family. He cruelly mocked them, saying their useless man was finally dead and told the widow to marry him if she wanted her fees waived. When she refused his advances, the man flew into a rage and smashed her husband's memorial portrait. Outraged by the scene, the other mourners stood up to him and accused him of bullying a widow and her child, forcing the bully to retreat. But he wasn't done. The next day, he returned with a crew to destroy her vegetable stall, trying to force her to submit. Remembering her father's words, the girl found the secret number and dialed, but the call was abruptly cut off as a scam. Back at the shop, the 3 comrades were reminiscing about a horrific train accident from years ago. Their missing friend had saved all 3 of their lives that day, but he had permanently mangled his arm in the process. Today, those 3 were incredibly wealthy tycoons, yet their savior had never once accepted their help. Then, the little girl's number flashed on the screen once more. Out of pure boredom and curiosity to see the scammer's next move, they decided to pick up. To their shock, the child pleaded for a loan again, explaining how the market manager was bullying her mother and how she needed a new stall so she could pay them back later. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted as the men realized something was terribly wrong. Then, the girl spoke their surnames, one by one. Stunned, they asked for her name and how on earth she had gotten this private number. She simply replied that her father was the one who gave it to her. When they demanded to speak to her father, the girl's voice cracked as she told them he had died of cancer because they couldn't afford his treatment. With a sense of dread, they asked for his name, only to hear the name of the brother they had been waiting for all these years.